Well, here I am with our good friend Justin White from Agents for Hope. And he's been out to the Loving Utah Summit a few times. And now he's been helping a lot of families in ministry and a lot of churches save money with health insurance. And so we love to save money. We love the money to go to the kingdom rather than going to an insurance company and insurance premiums. So, Justin, tell us a little bit about Agents of Hope and how you help people save money on health insurance.
Absolutely, Dave. Great to be with you. Love what you're doing in Utah, and it's like my favorite part of the fall is coming out to Salt Lake City and spending those couple of days with you. So thanks for being so gracious. Thanks for having me on today. I'm actually in a church right now myself here in Indianapolis where I serve on a church staff. So my heart really is for the local church and for kingdom-minded people, kingdom-minded initiatives, and yet. I also have a side gig where we're with Agents for Hope, like you know about, where we really do love to help people navigate the tricky world of health insurance. Like health insurance is crazy. It has become political in our country. It's a headache for so many people. We understand that. And yet there are things that we've learned along the way that can really help people save money, but also get really good coverage with their health insurance. And so over the last few years, we've helped lots of people really across the country. Just in the last 2 years that our company, Agents for Hope, has been partnered with Loving Utah, we've actually served 10 families in the greater Salt Lake City area. It's been a pleasure working with each one of those families. And I want to say this, Dave, like this is not some special plan for ministers. It's not that. This is real insurance by some of the leading insurance carriers in the nation, and we just know there are things that agents and brokers know to do to make it as affordable as possible to families all across the country. And so that's really what we like to do with the families that we support. Here's just an interesting stat: 4 out of 5 people can get a plan, a real health insurance plan with deductibles and copays and all that. 4 out of 5 can get a plan for under $10 a month. Now, that's typically not what happens in, let's say, a group plan where maybe you're paying $1,000 or $1,500, $2,000 a month. That's typical, but we've been able to figure out ways that we can go in to work with individual families and really drive that monthly cost down so that either the family themselves or the church, if the church is contributing, those kingdom dollars can be allocated somewhere else. Got a couple stories I wanted to share with you just as examples. We worked with Chris, a pastor on the outskirts of Salt Lake City, is doing great work. Has several children, and money's tight, right? Just like all of us, when we have a family and we're starting in ministry and trying to keep all the plates spinning. Chris was spending about $1,000 a month on his insurance. They were in a tricky situation where they actually had 2 different plans for different members of their family, trying to make it work. It was kind of a headache. We were able to get them all on the same plan, make it a much simpler process. And not only was it simpler, we took their $1,000 a month premium down to $150 a month. It was unbelievable. Now, I know $800 a month to a family with multiple kids, that's a big deal. I don't know, maybe it's not a big deal for everybody, but it's a big deal for me.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. And Chris was in a young church, a startup, right? That's a lot of money for the church as well. If the church, I don't exactly know how they were paying the premium, if it was him or the church, or maybe a combination of both. Whichever way you look at it, that's a lot of money. Yeah. And that's money that could be spent on something else, certainly more of a kingdom-minded initiative. Another gentleman we were able to help, and his family, Mike, another pastor, he was spending about $1,200 a month before coming to Agents for Hope, Once we figured out his situation and enrolled his family, the first year we worked with Mike and his family, we took that $1,200 a month down to $9 a month. I mean, that's just it's crazy, and it's not again, it's not smoke and mirrors. It's not some crazy off the wall program that we use. No, these are the nation's leading carriers, or the state's leading insurance carriers that we're helping people enroll in. So
Right.
it's just a joy to serve these families, man. I think of the 10 families we helped in the Loving Utah network, we've been able to save them collectively about $100,000 a year, just with those 10
Wow.
families. And I just keep
100,000 a
thinking,
year. Wow.
yeah, that's a
That's
big deal.
that's a
And that's just
huge deal.
brought us a lot of joy. Our hope is that it's been a place of joy and simplicity and help for each one of those families in those churches as well. So I might just say, we're getting around to that time. Here we are. It's already August, and most people start thinking about health insurance this time of year. Open enrollment is coming up. November 1st is when open enrollment begins. So I don't know if anybody's listening. If you're thinking, man, I could use some help, or maybe me and my staff, maybe it would be good for us to take a look at this. Just know that we would love to help you take a look. We've got just a few starter questions that we can ask, do a quick analysis, and see if this might be a good fit for you. We understand what we provide is not a good fit for everybody. And if it's not a good fit for you, we'll tell you. I'm not a salesman, I'm a pastor. And I would never want to get into a situation where we're putting you at risk or getting you into something that you're not interested in or it doesn't work for you. But for most people, it does work, and we'll help you know what that looks like. So November 1st through December 15th to get into a plan that starts January 1st. That's open enrollment. It's coming around soon. I'm planning to be there at the summit. Can't wait in the first week of November, so we can talk then. We would still have some time. If anybody listening just wants to connect further, I'd be glad to meet with you just one-on-one, and I could hear a little bit about your situation. Or you can always email me. Can I share my email, Dave? Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, always email me, justin.white at agentsforhope.com. That's agentsforhope.com.
And we'll put that in the video notes as well, so that people can
Perfect.
click on that link and connect with you directly.
Great.
I know you guys help individual pastors, you help churches with staff, you even help institutions like
Yep.
Christian colleges, universities, things like that.
Yes.
So whoever's out there and you want to save thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars on health insurance, Agents for Hope is really here to help you. And again, it's the same health insurance that your state provides here in Utah. Select Health and United Healthcare are two of the biggest insurers in our state, and it includes those insurance companies and many others. So, well, thanks, Justin. Thanks for your friendship. Thanks for really investing in our families, in our churches in Utah, helping them. And we're looking forward to seeing you at the November summit.
Can't wait. Thanks so much, Dave.